Hey everybody, this is Steven Cade, and you are watching the UK Americana Bar Show.
What I really want to say is I'm crazy about you. No, I don't want to find a way to go through this life without you. I can't breathe, I can't sleep, I can't close my eyes and dream another minute till I tell you what I really want to say.
Welcome back everybody to the UK Americana Bar Show. Thank you for joining us, we really do appreciate it. Before I bring you part one of the interview I did with the fantastic Steven Cade, it's St. Patrick's Day everybody! Yay! My God, congratulations to all the Irish around the world. God you be Jesus, you're lovely, lovely people. What a beautiful part of the world Ireland is. With beautiful people, gotta tell you, must try and get there. So, part one of the interview I did with Steven Cade. This guy's fantastic. He's a humanitarian. He's the founder of the Giving Guitars Foundation, where he goes around the world giving out guitars to the poor, the sick, the needy. He's such a great guy. You've got to see him. And his country music is unbelievable. Doing very, very well in America at the moment. So, part one, Steven Cade. You're going to enjoy this. Check it out. How's that, Bernie? Was that all right? I think that's all right. I think that's good. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the UK Americana Bar Show. We have a very special guest on here, singer songwriter, founder of Giving Guitars, Mr. Steven Cade.
Hey everybody, good to see you. Thank you, Sam, for having me on the show. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate you taking the time. I said it to all the artists that we have on here, that you know how busy people are. But I mean, hold the phone.
Part one.
Did you just win a couple of awards? You want to tell us about this Christmas song that you won? Tell us about it.
Well, I get to write with the king of Christmas here in Nashville. His name is Corey Lee Barker, and anyone who knows that you want to come to Nashville and write a really solid and well-remembered Christmas song, you go to Corey. And so I wrote these two songs with Corey Lee, and they just have turned out wonderful. And the first one was a song called Still Find Christmas. And that song to me was pretty much, Christmas for me, I'm a believer. I believe that the reason we celebrate Christmas is because 2,000 years ago, Jesus was born, and we celebrate that. And so, but Christmas has blown up into a whole other sort of,
A different kind of a commercial thing. I gotcha.
Very much so. And so I wanted to really say, I want to still find Christmas that happened when I was a child. Things were so much more innocent and full of joy, and you had family, and it was unconditional, and there was just this warmth that existed, as opposed to walking into Walmart and seeing, the lights are going up, the lights are now, $500 for a string of lights. It's just getting a little crazy.
Yeah, it gets very commercialized, and it takes the shine off of what the actual day is about.
Yes.
It's not good for the young growing up. They need to be focused in certain areas, and that's one of them. He's the only way, people. He's the only way.
That's right.
But look, you're also. I will ask you more about your foundation, which is quite mind-boggling. The viewers are going to love this. You're giving guitars all over the planet at the moment. You raised quite a lot of money as well. Oh my God, $250,000 I think so far. And I came about with you over here in the UK. Pinky. You had a hit song, Pinky.
Pinky Promise.
Pinky Promise. You done well over here.
I even made your little heart break, but you love me anyway. I'm just learning as I go. It's hard to admit when I don't know when it's right, when it's wrong. Maybe it's taking me a little too long, but I'm here to tell you now, I never ever want to let you down. I'll keep my word, cross my heart. When you wish upon a star, I'll always be the dad you can trust when you need someone who's honest, and keep every pinky promise. When you're finally driving on.
Do you know about our Bigfoot that we got on the show?
I don't know about it.
Her name's Bernie. Now, she's a bit upset because she wanted to meet you personally among all the stars that we have, but she's gone out and got a picture of you somewhere. And she might pop out and see, okay?
I love it. Let's see, Bernie. I gotta see Bernie Bigfoot. I got it.
So look, with your touring, as I say, I mean, I get this vision that you carry these guitars about, but you must take them to certain places. You're throughout Europe. Tell us more about the foundation.
Sure, thank you. So my wife and I, we were basically, as I performed at so many different benefits, and I always knew I wanted to do something to give back with music. I think that I talk to a lot of people, and a lot of people say, hey, one day I want to do something to give back. And I think that's a great thing. And sometimes you just have to, it's just like the grass is going to grow in your backyard. You got to get out there and cut it, and you can't put it off too long, or else it's just going to grow out of control. And so I wanted to do something great and for people using music. And I teamed up with a gentleman by the name of Brent Yates at the very beginning. He was a very big, strong supporter, and we went to our first basically homeless shelter. I wanted to go into places where nobody wants to go. I wanted to go where I could really see a miracle happen. I wanted to go where people don't get to have guitars. They don't get to go to concerts. They have hit rock bottom. They've been forgotten, neglected. They don't feel like they have a purpose. They're disconnected. It's a real thing here in America. I know that Britain has its problems as well, and I feel like I can be a voice for those who have been marginalized, utilizing a guitar, and it's also therapeutic. So we've been to 135 homeless shelters across 22 states and 3 countries and donated over 250 guitars. And the lives that I have seen touched and impacted, I could go on for the next few days talking about what has happened, but
you know what? I mean, just listen to your talk. I mean, it's so incredible. I've got a shiver down my spine. I mean, what a way to present, a bit of light at the end of the tunnel to some people, especially the homeless. It's such an important factor, especially here in the UK at the moment. It is like that all over the world. There's lots of places all over the world. But to present this, this great inspiration, this feeling, this passion through giving guitars. It's amazing. How did you? Sorry, you said how you came up with the idea. It must be a big team of people that does this, because I've looked into it. You're writing stuff. I mean, your music. We haven't even spoken about your music yet, which is just big everywhere. It's all over the show. So how long do you? How long do you carry on doing this with your career, and how do you fit them in? Because the two things, as a singer, songwriter, producer. I know you're very creative. I mean, you're terrible for being creative. We know about that. And very passionate. So how do you see it continuing to fit in? Is it part of Steven Cade?
It is, and it will never change. I will always want to give, and I will only want to increase in the giving. And that is something that is, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know exactly what it is. And I can tell you that my family and I have gone through some financial difficulties, but God brought us out of that. And we are, on the other side of that now. But I realize just how close everyone is to being without a home and without food or without shelter or without people who care about them. And that's just an awful place to be for anyone. And so, not like the guitar can solve world problems, but it sure can create a movement, and it could create songs, and it can create hope. And so that's my way of getting into the shelters and saying, hey, there's a bigger picture. This is a season in your life. You're going to get through it. You're going to make this. You're going to make it through.
You know what? I think it's absolutely wonderful what you're doing. Absolutely incredible. If there's any help that we can give you here, which we will do, we'll put the websites up and the banners, the whole deal, because we want to be part of this, if you'd allow us to be.
Oh, 100%. I was in Leeds. You probably know. Okay. I was in Leeds, and I was donating to Gipsel, and I donated to St. George's Crypt.
Oh my God, fantastic.
Have you heard of these places?
Crypts, but not Gipsel, no.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. And so St. George's Crypt, if you know anything about their history, it was basically built over a crypt.
Right. Okay.
And so the crypt where they held the bodies is now the kitchen where everybody gets fed. It's pretty wild, and it's a beautiful place, and the people there are wonderful, and they're having their 95th anniversary this October.
That's right. I've heard that. Yeah.
And so it's possible that I don't know. We're talking to them. I don't know for sure. I don't want to, but maybe I may be there. I may be there in October. So. And where are you all in relation to Leeds? Where are you guys?
We are down in a place called Essex, which is just outside of London. And yes, I mean, I'm just thinking about these guys playing the guitars now, the night of the 100th anniversary that you're giving out. Which is the whole idea.
Yes.
Well, look, getting onto your music. I mean, so I know you've got a new song at 7th of March.
Yes, sir.
About now, which is dedicated to your wife, Fall For You.
Yes.
About Kelly. Tell us about Kelly. Who is this woman? Tell her, where is she? That kid, is she there somewhere?
Kelly, my wife, she's great. She's been trying to get this scheduled, and I just appreciate you being patient with us, Sam. It's been a little.
Well, no, it's Eric and Eric Dial. He's been such a support to us.
Oh, Eric. Oh, I love Eric. Oh my gosh. Yes. Eric is my buddy. I got to go to NAMM with him this year, so yeah, definitely.
I saw all the photographs.
My wife Kelly is the most beautiful woman in the world. I've met her in California. Well, she was going to San Diego State University, and I was just basically playing in a bar. And I always joke around and I say the way I got her attention and really stayed in touch with her was I asked her to be on my mailing list. And so I've written many songs for her. We have two beautiful kids, my son Levi and my daughter Eliana. And we are just a very blessed and thankful family for everything that we have. But Fall For You is a good old sort of Southern rock country style song that I co-wrote with Greg Matthews and Trey Calloway. And these guys are really, really talented songwriters. And so as we just started, I just fell in love with this song. And it just really has come out to be a great song.
It's quite good. I think we might have a shot of it somewhere.
Oh, really? All right. You guys are ahead of me. You always are. Right?
This duet that you did, is it Sure Feels Good?
Sure Feels Good. Yes, that was with my dear friend Casey Johns. She and I, myself and her and Andy Renfrey, we wrote this song, and then we went down to Key West and recorded a music video, and it was just one of these literally, I was in Key West for 4 or 5 hours. It was really wild. I arrived on a plane in the morning, got out, shot the video, left that afternoon. It was crazy, and it was really.
Is that how your music deal came with Universal? Because of that, is that right or not? Or
with Universal, that was some years ago where I had. Some songs, and it's been a minute where I did some things with my songs and Universal. A couple of my songs I think made it in like commercials or whatnot. But yeah, it's certainly, throughout my career I've had lots of different types of radio and airplay, commercials and whatnot. And mostly now I'm based in Nashville and really focusing on the independent artist career, releasing songs on my own independently. Not that I'm opposed to record labels. I have been signed on two different occasions, actually, towards kind of the beginning of my career. And it's certainly a whole other path. And I think that it's wonderful when you get the right deal. It can really.
Well, no, the industry's changed quite a lot now. It's not just about labels and stuff like that. It's not even just about social media. It's reaching out to the people. It's engaging, however you do it. The Country Music Association, you're in there.
Yes.
You're also in the Academy of Country Music. Did you work with people like Eric? People like Keith Urban?
I did. That was great. And with Eric, it was in San Diego at the Valley View Casino Sports Center at that time. I'm not sure if they've still changed, but yeah, Eric, and he was great. We got to meet him backstage. And
Stephen, I'll just ask you, did you sing the anthem, the American anthem there?
I did. I've sang the anthem multiple times. I love the anthem. It's a beautiful song. It represents our nation and all of that we've accomplished and fought for here over 250 years, and just it's just tremendous. I'm a patriotic person. My grandfather fought in World War II in Big Red 1, and he was stationed in Munich, Germany, where he met my grandmother, and she came over through Ellis Island. And it's a tremendous story of what America was, right? So that anthem just has a lot of meaning to me, and I perform it at San Diego Padres. I've been able to perform it for that team as well as other